Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 17 of our 20-week program. And we left with 3 more weeks. We're going to be getting out of here. And yes, we will miss you guys, but we hope that we will still stick together as alumni of this program. Some of you, we've been speaking to you guys to work with us going forward. And we hope we can be able to do that. Okay, today I just want us to talk about the evaluation of pitches, okay, which is critical. You need to know how on Friday you're going to be evaluated. Remember, Friday is not the be and end all, it's not a do or die. It's just for you to get some feedback from people who are either in the business, people who are in the innovation space, people who can guide you and give you whatever information that they can give to you for your assistance. Okay, this is our program. We are in phase 5 where we're just finalizing and prepping for our exit. We were hoping, obviously, by this time that we will be knocking in the door of product market fit, but we realized that this is probably a longer term journey than a shorter term journey. Okay, so your areas of evaluations are these. These are the areas, these are the slides that we've been talking about. These are the areas that you need to incorporate into your slide deck, okay, and so that your slide deck will look complete. If it's got all of these items, yes, you might think that some of them probably are not useful, but for now, it would be great if you could work on all of these areas so that you incorporate them into your plan. Let's just go through each one and then get to understand what is it and how you're going to be evaluated. Okay, for starters, this is the company. You know, this is your first slide. You're going to talk about your company, but don't spend too much time here because the points here are not that much. I'm going to show you how the point system is going to work. Someone who's looking at this company should be asking themselves, is this a solid company with clear vision and mission? So here you're basically articulating your vision and mission. Nothing much, nothing about the product. You're just introducing your company, give a brief history of your company, when you started the company, why you started the company, and then, and then move on quickly. Don't spend too much time on here because people want to see what's inside this building, okay? The first one is the problem. This is your opening shot. This is the place where you're going to be captivating your audience. This is where it's all about why you got into this business. First question, yes, we understand that there is a problem there. Is the problem worth solving? Now, you know our six criteria. Is the problem growing? Is the problem costly? Is the problem urgent, frequent, mandatory, or popular? So what is key here is for you to convince, you might be convinced, but you need to convince the people out there that cost overruns in a construction project are big. I've been saying to Zukile and Tandi that when you look into this problem, give them something that they can relate to, like Medupi. The reason we are having load shedding is because Medupi, not only the project delayed, but the project cost just ballooned, okay? Gautrain was meant to cost 20 billion, but when it was completed, government had a cost of 60 billion, and we are still counting today. So here you're captivating them. You bring them into something that is closer to them that they can relate to. Load shedding is something that they can relate to on a daily basis. And then you move to the solution. Okay, remember when you talk solution, we're still not talking your product, we're still talking your solution. Does the solution demonstrate a full understanding and appreciation of the problem? Okay, people here are going to be saying, is there a problem solution fit here? Does what these guys are proposing, does it mean that they understand the problem and also that they know what the solution entails? Okay, and then there's the target market. We always say there must be a flow, okay? By the way, in your presentation, in order for you to know that there is a flow, unfortunately, you guys, we were going to be presenting on Zoom. So when you present on Zoom, you don't know what the next slide is going to be. So you need to be able to, you can put it as your notes on the side, but you need to be able to know what the next slide is going to be. In this case, it's your target market. What is your target market? Okay, so, and then as far as the target, excuse me, as far as the target market is concerned, there needs to be a fit from the problem to the solution and the target market. So you don't want to have a target market that does not have that problem that you mentioned before. And you don't want to have a solution that is not for this target market. Again, understand, have a full understanding, demonstrate that full understanding that you know how big is the construction industry, how big is the security industry, how big is the training industry, okay, which is the total addressable market. And then you can say, how big is the serviceable addressable market? In the construction industry, we've said if the construction industry is valued at 30 billion and the project monitoring and supervision is 30% of that, that is your addressable market. However, within that doesn't mean that that's the market that you can go for. You now have to say, what is the serviceable obtainable market for you? And then you calculate that. Again, are the problem and solution relevant to the chosen market segment? Remember, within your target market, you might say, my target market is all the millennials who own smartphones. However, your market segment, it might be, yes, it's all that, but those only that are based in Gauteng. So you need to be able to segment your market properly. The next is your product. Okay, people want to know, does this product deliver on the promised solution? Remember when we spoke about the MVP, we said the MVP, whilst the UVP is the promise, the MVP is what you deliver on that promise. Does it relieve the pain? Does it create the gain? And does it address the underserved or unserved customer needs and pain points? Again, I told you guys, I'm learning every day. I learned that there's a difference between a need and a problem, okay? Some people might just have a need, but it may not be a problem. But that need, you need to be able to address that over and above the pain points. The pain points, you got to start with them because these are the ones that are unsettling. Again, you get into the business model. Is the business model, whether it's direct sales, professional services, marketplace, e-commerce, is it appropriate for this company? And is this normal in this line of business? If, say, for instance, none of your competitors are using e-commerce or using direct sales, what makes you different? Why do you think you're going to succeed when nobody else is succeeding? Even if your competitors are using that, what you've got to say, yes, they're in the e-commerce platform. How is my e-commerce platform going to be different to all the other competitors? Yeah, talking of competition, let's get into the competition. Okay. Does the founder demonstrate the knowledge and appreciation of who their competition? Do you know who's your competition? Do you know what they are doing? When we spoke about the problem, we said, how is the customer currently dealing with what is the current solution out there? And the current solution is the solution that is being used by your competitors. So if you're saying you want to use a drone to offer security in a construction site, Tandy, you need to know who's doing that at the moment and where are the shortcomings, okay, which is what you are targeting. Is there any differentiation? Is your product different to what is there in the marketplace? Okay, do you have a competitive advantage? That here you want to demonstrate that Your solution is, it gives you, it's got a unique selling point that everybody else doesn't have. Okay. Traction, this is key. Has this company achieved any key milestones? Believe me, here, people are going to look at you and say, looks like this guy hasn't done anything. Yes, his company was formed in 2017, but there's no track record as far as this company is concerned. Looks like this company has just been dormant. Demonstrate your initial revenue, okay? Or does it have a sound plan to achieve this? You may not have a track record, but is your plan sound? Does your plan look like you're onto something? Again, then they look at your future milestones. Okay, are they realistic? You don't want to say, I mean, in the past year, your revenue was 400,000 Rand, and you're saying, okay, in my next year, we're gonna hit 10 million. And that other year, we're gonna hit 50 million. Because unless your plan is amazing, people are going to understand, hey, this is where we want to be. So you need to be clear that are your milestones achievable? Are they realistic? Okay, then we go into the go-to-market strategy. The go-to-market strategy is critical. Okay, do you have a clear plan to create and capture customer value? Okay, as demonstrated by your strategies of product vision, pricing, sales, marketing. Marketing, we talk of the 4 Ps of, and then and ultimately your product vision, improvement roadmap. Okay, you got the product, you got the MVP at this stage. What are you planning with? What is your improvement roadmap for this product? You got to be able to demonstrate that. Okay, and then it's the team. Okay, some of you have great products, you've got great value proposition, and you probably don't have a team. Okay, it's just you, yourself, and him. So you don't have a team. You've got to be able to put together a team. So even your people that you work around, demonstrate that you've got the capabilities. Again, you might have demonstrated that you can solve the problem. You've got a great product. However, the question that investors are going to ask themselves, is this the right team for this company? Is there enough industry expertise, the right qualification, experience? Does the team seem compatible? Is there a gel here, or this is just a group of individuals? There's no team here. So a team has to demonstrate that they complement each other and whether they gel together. And then on your financials, to the financials, particularly the requested investment, you guys are going to make a big ask, okay? Does this ask seem reasonable in relation to the company's history, traction, and future plans? Here, you don't want to say, I need 10 million Rand, but you don't have a plan in terms of how you're going to use that 10 million Rand. You probably might just need 100,000 Rand, you know? So be realistic. Because someone's gonna ask you, why do you need 1 million Rand for this when we know to train a couple of drone pilots, it costs so much? Why do you need 1 million Rand? So you need to be able to justify your numbers and be sure that your numbers make sense at the end of the day. Okay, yeah, that's the end of my presentation. And I'm going to stop this recording and